Okay, so now it's actually 9 sharp. So I think I'll not wait any longer. I'll just begin my sharing on today's property that we're going to talk about. It's actually 138D Yuan Ching Road. We're going to host a virtual open house for this 4-room DBSS, which is 979 square feet. Yeah, so without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so let me just go through a bit on the property info that I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you a 4-room flat in 138D Yuan Ching Road, actually built in 2014. So as of 2020, it's about 6 years. And we're looking at a 4-room layout, which means there's 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Total square feet, 979 square feet, and is considered a high floor unit. And I would say this is one of the premium stack that has a very, very good unblock facing, as you can see in this picture. Okay, so let me run through a bit on the location. So I actually zoom out quite a bit. So this whole area is actually the Jurong West HDB estate area. And you can see here, this is the DBSS Lake Vista that we are showing you today, located at Yuan Ching Road. So it's over here. And yeah, so this is the area. Key thing to note that is actually just beside the Jurong Lake Gardens lah. So you see here the Jurong Lake Gardens is around here, and yep, and it's also near the Jurong Super Bowl, and the nearest shopping center is Taman Jurong Shopping Center. So this is the unit that the area that we're looking at, and to give you a rough view of what we're talking about. Okay, so firstly, maybe I'll go through on the nearby schools for those that are, looking at what are the schools in the area. There are actually 4 schools that I've highlighted, and actually I've circled it if you can't really see the map clearly because it might be a bit blur, or rather a bit small. So bear with me if the map is a bit small, because I try to fit as much as I can into this map. So the nearest international school is actually Yuva Bharati International. Then there's Jurong Secondary, Lakeside Primary, and then there's Yuan Ching Secondary. So these are the distance from the unit itself, the estimated distance. So this is for those that are looking in terms of the schools. Okay, in terms of public transport, of course, there are buses in the area. The nearest MRT, 3 key MRTs would be Lakeside, Chinese Garden, and Boon Lay. So this is actually the green line. Then I've also highlighted some of the stations along this path here. It's actually the upcoming Jurong Region line, which is uncompleted. And you can see that Boon Lay will actually be an interchange for this Jurong Region line. So I actually went to find the MRT map of the future MRT stations, and you see this light blue dotted line is actually the upcoming Jurong Region line, which will, I think, completed in 2030, if I'm not mistaken. So this is for those that are thinking, is there any upcoming MRTs in the area? Of course, you talk about walking distance, it's not really walking distance, but there are also buses and everything that can lead you to the MRT station and you link you to the rest of the whole Singapore. Yeah, so actually I've extracted out, a simple area map for you to take a look. Lake Vista is over here. Nearest shopping center is Taman Jurong Food Center, and then Jurong Lake is over here. And then we have Lakeside, Chinese Garden, and then Jurong East is, of course, on the right side. So this is just a rough map of the area that show you some of the key things that is in this area that you can look at. We are also very near to the Ayer Rajah Expressway, AYE, that leads you to either to Tuas, further down west, or to the city. Okay, so we can also take a look at the nearby amenities. I think most people will also be interested as in where is the nearest or the nearby supermarket. So the nearest hypermarket is actually Sheng Siong Hypermarket, located at the Super Bowl Jurong, and it's about 300 meters away or 0.3 kilometers lah. So you can see this is the picture that I actually took. Then also there is NTUC FairPrice at Yuen Kwang, about 500 meters away, and then another NTUC FairPrice at Taman Jurong Shopping Centre, about 0.87 km. Sheng Siong Hypermarket, Teban, and then these are the further ones lah, as you can see. And shopping malls wise, the nearest is Taman Jurong Shopping Centre. Of course, if you want to go to the other bigger ones, big shopping centers will be JCube, JEM, Westgate. Those will be in the Jurong East area, or you can go to Jurong Point, or at Boon Lay or whatsoever. So for supermarket, it would be Sheng Siong and FairPrice, the two main ones that you can actually go to fulfill your grocery needs. Okay, so I think now we're going to dive into the actual unit itself. Now that you understood a bit about the area as well as some of the amenities and everything. So this is the floor plan that we are showing you, and then this is actually the so-called campus that I drew up. So the entrance is over here, and when you enter the entrance, actually you straight leads you further down would be the kitchen. And then this is where you dry your clothes and everything lah. So the direction towards the kitchen is actually east, and then your door is actually facing west. So if you go to your left, one thing about this layout I must note is that there's a lot of privacy in terms of the living room area, because when you open the door, it does not show you the living or dining. In fact, it just shows you the kitchen. And the kitchen, I mean, to be very honest, you can also close it up. So there is a lot of privacy for this unit, which I feel the developer put in a lot of thought in terms of the layout. So when you turn left, it's actually the dining or living area, this whole area here. And then we also have the balcony, which actually faces north. This is a north facing. And I must say that this is actually an unblocked view, which is a very nice unblocked view. And unblock also basically means that there is wind and everything that's not blocked by another block. Then this is the corridor, and then of course here would be the storeroom, or what we call the bomb shelter. And then there's two common bedrooms, one common bathroom, one master bathroom, and then it will be the master bedroom. And the master bedroom actually comes with a small balcony. So this layout, the layout is very squarish, and there's no odd shape or no slants or whatsoever. Yeah, and this is the 4-room new generation layout that I'm showing you for this DBSS. Key thing to note, there's no west sun for this unit, a very good facing. Okay, so now we will go into the video tour. Give me a minute to set up the video. Okay, give me a while. Okay. So now, as I'm showing you this unit, when we hit into the entrance, we actually go straight into the kitchen. So on the kitchen, you can see it's a very straightforward layout. Most of the things are done up and in relatively good condition. There's also a small window here, and you can do your laundry. They put in a fridge, a washing machine, basin, and yeah, some cupboards at the top as well. So when we head in, actually this is the living room. This part you can actually put it's a dining area lah. Then this will be the living room area. Then you go further down, you're actually heading towards the balcony. So the balcony, the owner actually got space to put a bench here, and there's still space out here. And look at the view over this area is actually the Jurong, on the right side would be the Jurong Lake Gardens that we have been talking about. And you can see that it's really clearly unblocked. There's not a HDB block blocking you. So again, once again, we look at the living room area. At the corner, you can see the dining area as well. So now we'll be heading into the corridor section. On the right side will actually be the bomb shelter or the storeroom. Then, like I mentioned earlier, during in the floor plan, there's actually two common bedrooms on the left. This is actually the common bathroom, good size common bathroom. And let's take a look at the common bedroom. Yeah, so the common bedroom actually comes with a built-in wardrobe, very squarish layout. The facing is exactly the same as the living room, facing towards the unblocked view, which you can also see the Jurong Lake Gardens. And yeah, the windows are also relatively long, so it allows for a lot of sunlight to come in, making the house look very, very bright. I've been to the unit, it's very bright even if we don't on the lights lah. And this is the common bedroom. So now we'll be heading into the master bedroom. So for the master bedroom, on the right side will be the entrance towards the master bathroom. There's quite a huge window for ventilation purposes. Behind the door is actually the showering area. So yeah, once again, it's a squarish layout, and there is also a built-in wardrobe, as you can see on the right side. If you want to put in extra wardrobe, you can actually put it like the owner on the left side. And then we head into the small cozy balcony where you can actually put your chair there to chill and enjoy the view. And at night, and you can see the lights and everything. Yeah, so it's a very breezy, very nice scenic view that you have for this property. So that's the end of the video tour. Let me go back to my slides. Yeah, so now I will recap a bit on the property info. Like I mentioned, what we were talking about is Block 138D Yuan Ching Road, built in 2014. Hold on. Yeah, built in 2014. And yeah, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 979 square feet. What I mentioned earlier. So now actually we have reviewed the price. Show you the price is 645 K, 645,000, 645,000, and it's negotiable. So I would think this is quite reasonably priced. So if you are actually looking for a nice 4-room in the Jurong West area, you can actually consider this DBSS. So in case some of you might be wondering what's the difference between the DBSS and the HDB, actually the DBSS is what is called the short form for design, build and sell scheme. So actually for DBSS, what the main difference is that mostly the common HDB flats is actually built by the HDB, which is the government authority directly, but the DBSS is actually developed by a private developer. So the private developer in charge of the DBSS will do everything like he will bid for the land, he will oversee the design, the planning, the construction, and also the sales as well. So for this DBSS, there's actually security at the bottom. You must have an access card to enter lah. If not, then it's a gate that locks, that protects the lift lobby area. But it's not like a condo where there's security guard and swimming pool or that, but there's some sort of security. And the design wise, I would say is like a hybrid between a condo and a HDB, because they also consider sometimes to factor in balconies as well as study areas, floor to ceiling windows, and they try to get in as much natural lights like some of the condos, how the developers do it. So I mean, if you are looking for something that it has a bit of a more subjective lah, but have something of a bit more of a premium feel, you can actually consider DBSS, which is considered something developed by a private developer. So that's it for my sharing on this 4-room DBSS. I hope that you have gained something from this virtual viewing. If let's say you would like to actually do a live viewing or do a physical viewing on this unit, feel free to contact me or Matthew. Our numbers are here. You can find us on our Facebook page, and we'll be happy to arrange live viewing for you. So any questions, feel free to drop us a WhatsApp or give us a call. So that's all for my virtual open house today. And yeah, all the best. Thank you. Have a good night ahead.